What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're on a roof in Rye Park. We're all PPE'd up. We've got our tethers, we've got our harnesses, and we're basically validating a load of fans. So you'll see later on in the video, there's a load of fans here. They're all failed motor windings and they've got all sorts of faults. But we're just here to validate the wiring, make sure that's 100%. And then the plan is they're going to take the fans off-site, repair them and bring them back. You won't see any of that strip out in this video. We're just validating, so there'll be a bit of testing. You'll see us climbing about on this roof space. We're in a man trap, so it's like a catenary system that we have to harness onto. We're within the safe zone at the minute, so we don't need to, but you'll see a little bit of that. Thought it'd make quite an interesting video. Before we get into it, I'd just like to talk about today's video sponsor, Tradify. So Tradify is a job management software. It gets you super organised, and as a subcontractor, it's really made my life easy with sending invoices, sending quotes, and just tracking a job from start to finish. You can get a 14-day free trial, and you can also get 50% off 3 months using code residual. There'll be a link below, so make sure you check that out. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. And yeah, let's get to it. Right, so this is the panel we're going to be working in. It's basically just a motor control centre that controls all of the extract fans in the roof. We're just in a distribution warehouse. There's loads of automated sort of racking and machinery just picking stuff for quite a big company. But yeah, we're here. We've got 16 armours that run up this tray all the way up onto the roof, and then they go to some roof fans. So I'll show you the fans a little bit later. At the minute, we're just going to get into this panel. There's 2 of us because it is live works, although we can't isolate this just because it does so much stuff. But yeah, we're going to be working in here safely, just disconnecting the cables and just belling them out with the other guys on the roof. So we'll get the panel open and then we'll start getting them disconnected and belling them all out. All right, so this panel, they're obviously used to working in it live because they've actually removed the arm for the isolator, but that's nothing to do with us. So I'm just going to get this open. And then these are all of our cables going to our fans. So in fact, let's prop this open. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, these are all of our cables going up to our fans. So there should be 16 of them. They're just 4-core armoured, I think they're like 16 mils or something. They're all fed from these fuse holders here. So I'm just going to get out the schematics, make sure we're pulling the right fuses, and then yeah, get them all isolated, disconnect them all. We then need to number them up. We're also going to number them up on a drawing on the roof, so that when we come back to swap these fans out at a later date, we know exactly what we're dealing with. Today is just a case of proving all of these cables and circuits are okay, and it's just solely the fans that need work. So yeah, we'll get these isolated and we'll start getting the cables out. What are we looking for? We're looking for F2, F2, F5, F2, F8. So it is these then. So that is your solenoid for your gas, all that stuff. So we're from here onwards. So we've got F2, we've got F5. So yeah, they're just jumping up in threes because it's 3 phase. It's F2, F5, F8, F11, and it should go all the way up to F40, I believe, F47. So yeah, we're going to start pulling the fuses. We'll put all of the fans to off mode, and then we'll start pulling the fuses so that they're not under load, and then we'll start disconnecting the cables. So we need a panel key. Luckily someone's left the key in the panel. So we're just going to click all of these over to off. That one's already off. In fact, what I am going to do is just take a picture of this because we don't know. Some of these are obviously already been left isolated in the off position and some of them haven't. So just going to take a picture of it all so that we can put it back to how it was at the end of play today, and then I'll start cranking all these off. That one's off, that one's off, that one's off, that's off, That one's off. That one's off. That one's in off. That one's in off. Cool. So they're all isolated, presumably. We're now going to go into here. And just prove all of these dead. Hello, mate. You alright?
Yeah, fucking L2 is fried up there.
L2, what's that on the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All off?
I've just isolated it. I'm just proving it dead, bro, and then I'll let you know.
Cool.
Alright, I've just flicked them all off on the panel itself, but I'm just going to make sure there's nothing letting through these fuse holders or nothing, and then yeah, I'll let you know. Alright, I'll give you a ring back in a sec. Get a photo of that as well, mate. Anything like that, get photos of and a reference as to what one it is. Sweet, no worries, bro. Right, so cool, 253. So now we just want to grab an earth from somewhere. Not there. There we go, there's one down there. Just got on something that should be live, there we go. Alright, so just do these ones first. So they're still letting through. They're still letting through, but those will then feed the contactors, I'm guessing. Let's have a little look. So yeah, they go through the fuse holders and then they go into the contactors. And then they go out to the fans. So I'm not sure how happy I am just relying on the contactors, to be honest with you, but let's just have a little look. So that's live coming in and it's dead coming out. Okay, so it's dead coming out, but those contactors, they're not that reliable. So what we'll do, we'll just pull all these fuses. There we go. That one. It's obviously got a bit hot, look at that. That's seen better days. I'll make a note of that. But now we should be able to run through these contactors. And yeah, they're all dead on the top. And they should all be dead on the bottom. Cool. Right, so now, we've got 15, 16, 17, and down here on the number tags we've got 15, 16 and 17, and that's just a way of identifying in these panels so that you can trace out that these cables go to here. So now these are all of the outgoing DIN rails. This is where the cables then go up towards the roof space. So I'm just going to run along these and just test that they're all dead. That one's sweet. I'm just going to jump on and reprove these just because it's been a little while. And then we'll just run through these. Very tedious, but just going through all combinations. None of these fans have a neutral, so they're just three phase only fans, three phase only motors basically. So I'm just going between earth and all phases, and then just between the phases themselves in all combinations. Just prove again quickly. Lovely. I've done that one, so there. Right, cool. So they're all dead. Obviously the boys on the roof, and when we go up to the roof to show you what the crack is there, will also be proven dead up there, but this is just a bit of a recce really, to get everything dead for them, so that they know there's, you know, the best opportunity to be going into these fans with them dead. But yeah, once they're up there, of course, they're going to be proving dead at every fan they get to as well. So now we're going to just start disconnecting them all. What we want to do is just try keep a handle on what ones are what. So we're going to take them out one by one, try and do it methodically, and then just tape them up basically, just to identify they are what we think they are. The reason we're disconnecting them is because when we originally came to do this work, the fans had faults in all areas. They shorted out, we had continuity everywhere you shouldn't, we had insulation resistance values failed, and all sorts. So we want to disconnect and just test the cables with no sort of other things going on. And then we can safely say, you know, right, the cables are sweet, it's something, you know, it's the fans basically. And then going forward from that, the fans are going to be getting disconnected, removed, taken off site where they're going to be repaired, and then we'll just be coming back to just disconnect and reconnect them back up. Right, so we've got that first one. I'm just going to grab some tape this up, mark out what it is, and then yeah, we'll start testing this one. Right, so 15, 16 and 17. So what I'm going to do is, although I could just number them up with 15, 16 or 17, I'm actually just going to call it roof fan number 1, because ultimately all these different numbers, if you follow them along, end up feeding roof fan number 1, and that's what this cable does. I could label them, like I say, 15, 16 and 17, but at the time we get all 16 of these fans disconnected, it's just going to be well confusing with all of the numbers. So fan 1, nice and easy. Now, the roof has no organisation to it, and we've got no drawing, so what we're probably going to find is fan number 1 down here isn't the first fan that the boys have got to on the roof. I'm going to ring them and see, because you never know, but if not, I'm going to get them all disconnected, and then we'll just have to bell them out, and that's part of the process, that's part of what we're doing today. Let's just give Ian a ring and see what he's saying.
No, fuck all.
Hang on. What about now?
No, fuck all.
Nah, alright then bro, give us 5 minutes. I'm just going to disconnect them all. I've just got to number them all up with tape and shit so we don't get lost, and then I'll bell you up and we'll find out what one it is. Right, yeah, so as we thought, the one they're at isn't number 1. So I'm going to get all of these disconnected, all of these taped up, and then I'll give Ian a ring back and we'll be able to bell them out and find out what one it is. So I've just unplugged that speaker just because, one, I don't want to get copyrighted, and 2, it's doing my head in, but I think you can still hear the music, to be fair. So Jamie's just continuing on disconnecting these and just labelling them up basically. We've got 4 more to go. I've just been on Easy Cert on my phone, and what I've done is just done a certificate basically, but just put skipped all out, you know, all the politics, and I've just gone to the test results schedule, and I've just put all 12 fans there for all 3 phases, all 16 fans, sorry, for all 3 phases, and then we're basically just going to be testing it all and putting the results for each phase into here just to validate it all so that we've got a record. And yeah, basically when I came originally about a year ago to test all of this, everything failed in every which way. We had short circuits, we had continuity everywhere you shouldn't, we had insulation resistance values, and that was with everything off and with all the isolators off upstairs. So we're a bit worried about the cabling. We then went and investigated the fans, which I'll show you in a little while, and they were all screwed basically. So we thought it's probably the fans, but before we commit to that, we've just got to prove all the cabling's sweet. Ian's already been up there, disconnected the first one, and L2's completely burnt out, so there'll be a bit of that as well. But we're hoping once the cables are completely disconnected from everything, they should bell out all right, and then we can say, look, it is just the fans, that's what you need to crack on with. So yeah, that's just going to be a schedule of results, basically just to validate it. It's not an official certificate, but yeah, it's just to validate it all. Jamie's just going to get the rest of these out now, and then yeah, we'll jump back on when we're ringing Ian. So I need to do a video on all of my kit. I think it's going to come out after this one actually. You lot have been asking for ages, and yeah, I just need to show you it all. But yeah, I've got all pack out gear basically, and this is just my test kit. So in here I've got a labeler, Q-Tech tester, some hand tools to get me by, stickers, labels, tape for the printer, batteries, chargers, lock-offs. Under the tester I've got my code breakers, thermal imager, voltage pen. What's that? Just a martindale, but it's also got RCD test function. There is also supposed to be a clamp meter in here, but I've just lent it to one of the other guys. Under here I've got my leads and stuff, but yeah, just real nice to get organised in these boxes really. I've never been more organised, but that's just a little teaser. I'll do a full sort of video on all of my pack out gear, all of my bags, and stuff like that soon, probably after this video, so in a week or two's time. But yeah, it's a little teaser for now. 3 more to go. The reason we can't isolate this panel is because it just does these extract fans, but it also does, I think it's like a gas solenoid just for fire basically. So yeah, if we isolate the panel, that solenoid will shut and cause fire issues. It will set off the fire signal and all sorts of drama. So although this panel, this motor control centre, just supplies all of the fans on the roof, it also just does, it's got a couple of contacts that go to the fire system, and it's got some, I think it's 24 volts maybe, or no, it'd be 230 to the solenoid. But yeah, if we turn it off, we'll obviously kill that, which will cause no end of problems, and they just can't do that. It's a working distribution centre with all this racking, and they're getting stuff out every single second. So yeah, it can't go off basically, which means we're working live. But you know, it's only really live down there. We've isolated everything. We're just taking our time. There's 2 of us. And we're just, we're working safely. You know, it's not the first time, it's the real world. You know, I'm always a massive advocate for isolating and working safely, but then you do also have the real world. And yeah, you know, we've got rams in place, we've got safety things in place and stuff, and yeah, we're just working how you have to in these places. But yeah, Jamie's just going to get the last 2 out now. We'll ring my bro and we'll see what one he's at. What's that, mate? So what would you prefer to do, short out or test?
Short out.
All right then, mate. All right. No, that's the problem.
Right, so you shorting them out?
Oh, you got the testers on? All right then, mate. Right, I'm on. Right. On again. Right. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. So that is, bro, number 9. Let us know when you're ready to start fucking testing. Right, so we want to jump onto number 9. Right, are you all disconnected in that as well?
No.
Alright. Right, I'm going to do insulation resistance first.
Right.
So you don't want to be touching nothing.
Yeah.
And then we'll do some continuity, yeah? You clear?
Yeah.
Clear. 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 Right, that one is completely clear on insulation resistance.
Right.
And now we just want to short out, bro, between earth and all three phases, starting with L1, yeah? So, yeah, luckily that's completely clear on insulation resistance. We're just going to check the R1, R2 values, and then, yeah, we're going to do this for everything. So I'll probably show you a couple, and then we'll just jump to a point where it's all done this end, or where me and Jamie are then on the roof, and Ian and Harry are down here. But yeah, I wanted to show you a bit of stuff this end, and then I also wanted to show you some stuff on the roof. So we'll go for a couple, and then we'll try and get on the roof and show you all that.
Right, you ready?
Yes, mate.
L1.
Cool, call it 0.94. I mean, it's jumping about, but...
Check L2.
Nothing, mate.
Nothing on L2.
Yeah, yellow, yeah?
Yeah. This is that one.
Oh, have you disconnected it from the isolator or whatever it's in?
Yeah.
Yeah. What, it's all melted?
It's all fucking melted. I'm just going to have to cut it. Are we leaving these disconnected?
Yeah, leave them disconnected because it will save me work on the rebound when I come back, do you know what I mean? You're going to make this a really boring watch, mate, if you take any longer.
Like I give a fuck. Not my channel, mate.
You're part of it, mate. This channel was built on Tom Lardy, cable jointing.
Right.
Right, 0.50. Oh, hang on, mate. It's just turned off because you took too long.
Disconnectable, yeah.
Yeah, that last one was well high, bro, compared. So do you want to do that last one again? That L1.
L1.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's better. 0.51. Right, cool. L3.
Okay.
0.50, lovely. Right, so it's clear on insulation resistance. And then, yeah, cool. You made a note on the drawing, yeah? That's number 9.
Yeah.
Cool. Next one should be 10 then. What's that? That's handy. Can you make a note of that, bro? Back to full fighting strength. That's the one thing with this tester. I really rate it, but it don't half eat batteries. I think it's a coloured screen, but it just, yeah, chews through them. Yes, bro.
Have you pitched the idea of making it, Jamie?
Yeah. He was there, wasn't he?
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he knows, mate. He knows that he's mega gim.
I forget quite easily. He's not very rememberable, Jamie, is he?
No.
Are we back on the mega good thing?
Yeah. Yes, we are back on the mega gimp thing.
Just because I've got the uniform doesn't mean I can wear it to work.
What are you two doing up there?
Well, currently Harry's put his hands down my trousers.
Cool. That is number 16.
Fuck me, whoever wanted these up.
Yeah, I know. Well, I went to 8 and I went to fucking 8 and 10. Right, you clear, are ya?
Yeah, one man, let me just move this fucking curve so that I start fucking bigger and get got it.
Right, I'm gonna send 500 down it. So that's another one completely clear. They're not in any sort of order, so the fans are in like banks of 8, in sets of 2, in banks of 8. But we've gone from 2 next to each other. One's number 9, one's number 16. So whoever's wired it has just done whatever, and there's no sort of organisation to it. So it's just going to take a little bit longer because every one the boys get to upstairs, they're going to have to run through them all. Obviously it will get quicker as we move on, but it's just like a process of elimination. So we're going to be belling them out. But yeah, that is pretty much it, to be fair. Insulation resistance, checking that they're all clear, and then just doing some R1 and R2 tests just to make sure the circuits are sound across all 3 phases. So yeah, we're going to finish off this one, and I'll probably turn the camera off. We'll just smash out a load, and then when we get about halfway, me and Jamie will jump on the roof and we'll be able to show you the other end. So hopefully you get to see both sides of it then, and you can see sort of where we're working on the roof as well. L1, R1, R2, so earth and L1.
Right, fuck's sake. Yeah.
6-3. Earth and L2.
Yeah, oh fuck off. Fuck's sake. Yeah.
6-3. Right, L3.
Yeah.
6-4. Nice one, bro. On to the next one. Right, so that is another one down. So yeah, 0.63. So yeah, it should be fine. I mean, this isn't technically a fuse board. It's always that grey area with these sort of control panels. You would sort of issue a certificate with it, but it's not your traditional sort of fuse board. But we're going to obviously do like minor works on all of them because we're not rewiring anything. We're just changing the fans over. So we still need to get the results. We still need to make sure it's going to trip on time. They're protected by these BS88s. Just these little ones, 32 amp, just little BS, I think they're BS88s. Doesn't say. But yeah, they look like it anyway, so just AM ones. So yeah, they're the motor ones, they're BS88s then if they're AMs. But yeah, just little 32 amp fuses. What I'm also going to do is when I came here beforehand, loads of these fuses were blown where the motors and the fans are seized and shorting out and stuff. A lot of these fuses are blown, so we're going to get them all out. We'll obviously know that we need 16 times 3, so what's that, like 48? We'll need 48 fuses, but yeah, we're just going to bell them all out, and we might find that only 30 of them are actually whole, so we'll bring a load of fuses as well. We've also got like this one that I showed you earlier, where it's obviously got very, very hot. I mean, the AMs are the slow blow ones. Well, they're designed for motors, they're like motor fuses. But yeah, that one even so has got a bit hot. So we'll probably we'll probably, either that or it's blown, but yeah, we'll probably bell them all out, make sure they're all sweet. Any that aren't, we'll just come back and replace them. So yeah, that's just another part of it, basically validating everything and stuff like that. I'm also going to get the thermal imager out. That'll be afterwards, once we liven it all back up. Because if you look at some of these terminals, they've got really hot. You can see where like the crimps have started to brown. There's another couple over here where they've just started to get pretty warm, and then yeah, they're obviously discolouring and getting hot. So once it's all powered back on and we've got the fans running, we'll get the thermal imager out, we'll check for any hot spots, any loose connections and stuff like that, and then that way we can just leave the panel in like a really good state and ready for, you know, a good few more years of sort of service. 0.68. 0.69. Nice one, bro. Just get these totes up again. Right, so I'll just put these results in. I'm gonna stop the camera now. Battery's getting low, and also you've seen it all this end now. So we've got 3 down. We've got another 13 to go. When we've got 3 or 4 left, I'm actually gonna jump up on the roof. So I'll catch you in a couple of hours. Right, so we've got 49 fuses. We're not sure how many of them are whole, so I'm just going to take them all out and bell them all out one by one, and then at that point we'll know however many are good, however many are bad, and how many we need to replace. A lot of them look like they've blown or they've got some sort of heat damage, so we're literally just going to run through them all with a continuity tester. Just make sure they bell out, and then yeah, we'll be able to get however many replacements we need to yeah, get these live again. I think a lot of the faults that are on the fans would have blown, definitely would have blown. We've got like complete short circuits and stuff like that, so they definitely would have blown a few fuses. But yeah, I'll just get all of these out, and then we'll just sit on the floor. I'll just show you testing them. I think the other thing is they're not all AMs, which is just a fuse type that's suited for motors and stuff with high inrush currents. So we just want to make sure that they're all AMs and they've all got the best chance, basically. So yeah, we'll have a little recce in a sec. So basically, just doing that, and if we get continuity, we know they're sweet. So we just want to try and get somewhere where we can just put all the good ones. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them fuses were blown. Some of these are actually okay, they belled out, but they've got like some sort of thermal damage on them or something, so we've just chucked them into the bad pile as well. So we know we need to get 13 32 amp AM fuses. The black ones are GGs. So I'm actually going to take them out as well. 14, 15, 16, 23. So we need 23 32 amp AM fuses. And then what all that will do is give it the best chance of, yeah, those inrush currents not affecting it too much. So yeah, we'll get 23, probably get 30, leave a few in the panel. And then, yeah, these ones are sweet to just go back in. We're now just going to get geared up and get ready to go on the roof. So I'll catch you guys up there in a sec. Right, so before we go up, I'll just show you where we're at. So all the ones that have got taped up ends, we've done. We've just got these last 2 to do, but I'm actually going to go up and Ian's going to come down and do the testing just so I can show you what's going on the roof. But yeah, we're just going to leave them all disconnected, and then when we come, I'll show you on the roof, the fans are going to get taken away, repaired and refitted, and as the new ones get fitted, we're doing like 3 or 4 a day every Monday for the next couple of weeks. So as they come and get changed, I'll connect them up, put new fuses in, and then it will be sort of ready to go. Just going to close up all of these fuse holders as well, so we've got no exposed live parts, and then I'll see you lot on the roof in a sec. Right, so we've just gone up a few flights of stairs, and now we're onto this little roof here. A couple of air handling units. We're actually going up here, up onto the main roof. So we'll just climb this now, and I'll catch up with you guys up the top. Right, on the roof we've got these man traps. So it's basically a catenary wire system, like so, and we've just got to make sure that we're carabined on as we walk through. It's a bit tedious, but you have just got leading edges like that, so it's there for a reason. Once Jamie's clipped on, we'll just carry on. But yeah, once we're completely surrounded by man traps, it's designated as a safe zone. So once we get up there, so you haven't got to be clipped on, which works. So yeah, once we get over there, we'll be able to ditch these and just work within the man trap itself. It's quite hard to do one-handed. Okay. Cool. So yeah, like I say, once we're in this line here and this line here, it's considered a safe zone. So I spoke about some fans earlier. It's these fans over here. You've got 8 there, and you've got another 8 over there. So the boys have done these 8, and they've done those 8, and it's just those 2 to do, which they've just left me so I can come up and show you guys. But yeah, the armoureds actually enter the fans from below. So we're just working on these isolators. It's not done very well, to be honest with you. I'll just try and show you one. I mean, some of them have actually got isolators on them, but some of them like this haven't. But in there, it's just these little junction boxes where those armoureds are made of. So yeah, they've done all of them. They've numbered up the units and stuff, and then we've also got a little drawing. So this little drawing, if I can get it out, Harry's just numbered up all the units, and then we just got these last 2 to identify. So once we do that, we'll write the numbers on here, and it's just a reference basically, because we know what the cables are downstairs, but we don't know what they are up here. So when we come back, we can just easily work all that out. So we're going to number those 2 up. This is the safe zones that I was speaking about. So if you're within the green areas, that's within the man traps, so that's fine, but you have to use the man traps to get across to other areas. So for instance, we use that line there to get into this safe zone, and if you wanted to get into any of these other safe zones, then yeah, you'd have to use the man traps to get to them. Once you're within them, you don't need to be harnessed on, but if you don't need to not have it attached, then you may as well just have it attached. It's pretty windy up here, so I don't know what the audio is saying, but we're going to grab our tools, and then we're going to head over there to those last 2. We'll get them belled out, get them tested, and I'll show you a bit of the fans as well. They've got loads of PV on here, loads of solar arrays, which is quite cool. But yeah, we're just going to head over, probably just down here as the crow flies, to be honest. Don't want to be too close to the edge. And then yeah, we'll get these last 2 tested up, but it's pretty cool. That's actually a power station, which is interesting. That's what all these pylons are here for and stuff. So it's pretty mad. Look, little go-kart track. yeah, nice views of Rye Park. Beautiful area. Hello mate, you alright?
Yeah.
Cool. We had a bit of drama. We got locked out.
What?
We got locked out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that door at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, right. You up there now?
Yes mate, I'm just getting the cover. Just getting the cover off of this one. So these have all been proven dead before, but I'm just testing them all. Right. Cool, bro. Right, I'm on L1 and L3, mate.
L1, L3?
Yeah. That's it, mate. Four, yeah. Cool. So. Right. Yes, mate. These, you can see the wind's just taking them. But yeah, these are just big extract fans, basically big exhausts. It's all connected within the BMS system and the gas system and stuff. Ian's just doing some insulation resistance tests, and then after that we'll just do R1 and R2s across all three phases. Then we'll jump over to that one, and then that's going to be it. But yeah, it'll be good. What's that, bro? L1. On, mate, yeah. Yeah. Go again. Yeah. Yeah? You happy? Eh? What is that? Is that all done, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Alright then, mate. Right, bad crap. Right, mate, we know it's that one, but should we just bell it out, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Sweet. And what number's that, mate? 3. 3. Lovely. clear, mate. Available on loadout. I need to plug my tool shop more, to be fair.
Go buy Vito bags.
Yeah.
There you go.
Happy days. That's some spooky horn, isn't it? Right, yeah. Sweet. All right, we'll be 5 minutes. Be down in a bit. All right, hang on. Try that. Cool. Right, we'll be down in 5 minutes, bro. Right, so we'll get this button back up. I haven't been up here today, really, so I'm just gonna have a quick check and make sure we've got everything we need, because what they're basically doing is they're taking these fans, removing them, so there'll be a hole in the roof that will get filled and all that. They're taking them away to a workshop, and then they're gonna completely rebuild the motors, motor windings. These boxes are all damaged, and yeah, I think what it is they've been made for this this roof to a specific size, and they just can't find new fans that fit. So it's instead of getting bespoke ones made, they want to take these away and repair them. So we're just validating, basically. We wanted to make sure the circuits are sweet. We wanted to have a good old recce, make sure we know what we're doing. And then we'll be back. There'll probably be another part to this video where we come back, we remove the fans with the guys who are doing all that, and then we'll be also coming back and reconnecting them all up and testing them all and stuff like that. So we're gonna have a bit of a recce, and then I'll probably outro the video. So I'll see you in a sec. So we're just about to head down. That's the 8 fans originally tested. But yeah, it's just started pouring it down. It's been quite hot today. It's been about 18 degrees, but it did say it's going to rain and thunder. It's held off all day, but it has just started now, so we timed that pretty well. Obviously, we were doing part of our rounds, obviously this weather conditions and stuff. We're all pretty happy with it, but I'm glad now that it's started that we can get out of there. But yeah, look at a serious power station. Yeah, we're going to get down now, and then we'll see you lot on the outro. Catch you in a sec. Did you pick up all the other stuff from that first unit we went to? There was like the harnesses, there was the tethers, sorry. Yeah, sweet mate. Right, I'll catch up with you guys in a sec. Right, so that is it for this one today, guys. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to start stripping out them units. There'll be another part, so might be a few videos in between that, so check them out. And then yeah, we'll definitely be back. I think the next video is going to be the pack out tour, because you lot keep asking for it and I keep saying I'm going to do it, so we'll do that. But yeah, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Really supports the channel. Give us a follow on Insta, check out my tool shop loadout, and check out that Traderfy link as well. If you're interested in that, honestly try it out. 14-day free trial, and then you know whether it's for you or not. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the